I tweeted this morning that I'd woken up with a tickly throat, and that if I wasn't, in the position I've just described, if I got sick pay, I would now self-isolate. I don't think you can take a fortnight off on full pay because you've got a tickly throat. But what it unveiled, or reminded us of, depending on your perspective, was how many people actually can't take a day off sick without having a major, or a week off sick, or a fortnight, because this would be a fortnight, right? Self-isolating for a fortnight when you don't get paid if you don't go to work strikes me as a really big deal. And I know that we're supposed to be getting our knickers in a twist about gender-neutral sausage rolls or the lad off Lewis who isn't Lewis, but this seems to me to be really, really important. The other contender for our conversation this hour was evidence of health inequality having got much, much worse over the last 10 years. But I'm quite proud of the fact that won't have come as a surprise to listeners to this programme. It's considered front-page news by some newspapers, even the left-leaning Guardian. But if you listen to this programme, you'll have known that health inequality was getting worse. Admittedly, it would have been partly anecdotal, but we've tracked it, we've measured it, we've counted it, and therefore we would not be surprised by it. Life expectancy has stalled for the first time in more than 100 years and even reversed for the most deprived women in society. And that tracks back to 2010. I can't remember what happened in 2010 that might have had a massive impact upon the welfare of this population, but I'm sure it'll come to me. The one thing that we haven't done properly, I think, is examine what happens in the gig economy when you're sick. And the coronavirus seems to me to be the perfect focus of our minds, both of our minds, all of our minds, on that question. So I think one way into it would be to ask you how sick you've been while still dragging your carcass to work, because if you don't drag your carcass to work, and this is where I'm afraid I am ignorant of your reality, because I reach immediately for the if you don't drag your carcass to work, you don't get paid. But of course, you may also tell me, I hope you don't, but if it's true, I want you to. You may also tell me that if you take 2 days off sick, you don't get any shifts for the rest of the week.